What's up, fight fans? It's your man 3K the Boss, aka Mr. Two Hands Up. You know what it is. Man, all I can say is what a fucking fight. What a fight. Jose Ramirez came out and he just blasted through fucking Mo Hooker in 6 rounds. And see, the thing about it is, man, like, Mo Hooker is a decent fighter, but he's not an elite fighter. You know what I mean? Like, I've watched him get in the ring with guys, and he just couldn't find a way to dispose of them with power, or he really doesn't punch with any conviction. You know, he's not really a knockout artist. Jose Ramirez, man, he just came out and he just took the fight to him. Mo, you know, he gave his best effort, but, you know, the first drop, you know what I'm saying? I think, you know, Mo Hooker realized, he was like, oh shit, you know, Jose Ramirez hits a lot harder than the fuck I thought. And then in the 6th round stoppage, man, it was just, you could just see the difference in power. Now, the only reason, you know, Mo Hooker doesn't, I really couldn't favor him in this matchup. And honestly, I didn't even give a fight prediction on this matchup. I just knew it was just going to be an excellent fight. Was the fact that, you know, Mo Hooker's very fucking skinny, man. He's a super skinny dude. And when you look at him and Jose Ramirez, man, like, you can just tell, man, like, Jose is just a lot more stout, man. But let's talk about the 6th round TKO stoppage, dude. Like, flatline Mo Hooker. Like, not only did he get his ass whooped, you know, and then the brawl in between the fucking rounds and shit like that, that was pretty dope. Like, you know, just the relentlessness of both athletes, but you could just tell from the first round and on that Mo Hooker was just in over his head. Like, it just wasn't going his way. From the first round to the 6th, it just was not going his way at all. Like, the relentless pressure, he tried to pour pressure on back, but like I said, man, Mo's not, like I said, man, he's just not a thick, like, he's not a thick guy, man. And when you got to see him against Jose Ramirez, man, you got to see that. And then just the tenaciousness of that Mexican style, man, amplified by the heart of Jose Ramirez, and a guy who's just willing to get in the ring with anybody, man. It was just an amazing match. Really was. Like, I can honestly say that was probably one of the top performances, if not the top performance of 2019. And I'm sure everybody would agree with me on that. Now, going forward, Jose Ramirez wants the winner of Josh Taylor versus Regis Prograis after the WBSS final. That's very interesting. You know, that's considering the way Jose Ramirez has performed and has been performing, but doing what he did to Maurice Hooker, like, I mean, it completely solidified him in my eyes as far as his abilities to pour on pressure. But my thing is, there is levels to this shit. Man, Josh Taylor and Regis Prograis are just two different fighters, and they're not going to let you just bully him and walk him down like that. And really, I think Josh Taylor, you know, is a great fighter, but I don't really think he can beat Regis Prograis, and Regis Prograis is the hardest hitter with 140. So I just don't see Jose Ramirez getting through those guys. I just, like I said, there's levels to this shit, man. And the level that Josh Taylor and Regis Prograis at is, they're completely at the top of their class, you know. I just think Regis Prograis is the biggest threat at 140 with the smoothest style, with the best footwork, with the nicest hands, and I think Josh Taylor follows right behind him. I think, you know, Josh Taylor does things great, but Prograis does things just a little greater. So, but all in all, man, just an amazing fucking night and a huge win for Top Rank and a huge win for Dazn. Because when you get to see the fights like this, these are the reasons why co-promotion is so valuable and so needed to our sport. Because when you get guys that are champions of their caliber that are willing to go all or nothing, which was the perfect log line for their July 27th bout. You know, this is the type of excitement you get in boxing. This is what gets people talking about boxing. This is what moves the sport forward. This is what puts asses in the seat. This is what propels it to the mainstream. This is the beauty. This is the beauty and all of the pain that the sport brings in a fight like this. So even though the Dazn, you know, they lose, and Maurice Hooker loses the WBO, oh man. I mean, other than I know the performance is going to hurt, you know, ego, and I'm sure, I don't know if there's a rematch clause. I mean, both guys are champions, but, and you know, the win was so convincing. I don't even think Maurice Hooker will want to get in there with him again, you know, but I think this is ushering forward, you know, what we need to see. This is definitely solidified that the 140, when I told you guys that the super lightweight division at 140 was just straight lit right now. This is what I was talking about. It's guys like Jose Ramirez. It's guys like, you know, it's guys like Maurice Hooker, you know, putting it on the line. It's guys like, you know, Josh Taylor. It's guys like, you know what I'm saying, the New Orleans boy, Regis Prograf, ring champion, WBC Diamond Belt champion, reigning champion at 140. This is the reason why 140 is so lit. But for it to maintain its prestige, we have got to continue this trend. But the beauty of it is Top Rank and Dazn are going to continue this trend, and I see them continuously joining forces because this is everything that the sport needed. Last night was everything that the sport needed. I'm telling you, it was everything that is needed. And I know I'm saying this in repetition because the excitement has just got my blood rushing. Shit, I woke up at 6. I watched the fight fucking 3 times already. Woke up at 6 o'clock in the fucking morning just to get a workout in. And I just felt like this was some shit that I had to talk to you guys about because this fight was nothing short of a fucking amazing. And the dominance that Ramirez showed, absolutely wild. But for Bob Arum and Eddie Hearn, there are no losers. Bob walks away with 2 belts at 140. Eddie Hearn walked away with an amazing showing. And they both walk away understanding that to further the blueprint that is the greatness of boxing, that you bring in and usher in this eras of the true competitive nature. Guys that aren't afraid to lose the O on their record. Guys that are really willing to go out and compete. Not monopolizing like the PSC, which is recycling their fighters. You know, so thank you guys for an amazing fight. Maurice Hooker, hold your head. Jose Ramirez, what a fucking dog. And Robert Garcia, man, what a killer. And that's another thing. I don't think people really give Robert Garcia his credit for how fucking, how smart he is as a fucking trainer. I mean, he came out and he executed 100% the most perfect game plan, which is relentless pressure. And that's what I was telling my first cousin last week. I was like, man, it's like one thing about Maurice Hooker, for a tall guy, he kind of likes to fight inside, but he don't really damage shit. He's not really a fighter that likes to stay outside and stick and move. He likes to come in and he likes to put, you know, shots on your body. He likes to make contacts and he likes to rub elbows with you on the inside. My whole thing is this. When you got an immovable object in front of you and a guy that is much more brolic than you, you know, and I mean, clearly from this picture, you just see the size difference. It's just not something that was going to work. You know, Robert Garcia gave him an excellent game plan, and Jose Ramirez just took the pressure to him relentlessly, and he just poured it on, and he just didn't stop. Well, that is all I got for you guys at 6:59 this morning. It is your man, the boss, Dazn, Top Rank. What a fucking great spectacle. And as always, it costs you nothing to pay a nigga no mind. Shout out to Maurice Hooker, hold your head. And shout out to Jose Ramirez, the unified 140 super lightweight champion of the world. Respect though.